Hey all, how you all doing today? Today we are going to talk about the Strymon Sunset. I've been using the Strymon Sunset for a long time, and I'm going to talk in this video about the gain structure. It seems there's a lot of videos out on the markets or out in the video land of pedals, and of course this can be without saying that the gain is the most important knob of your pedal. A lot of times we're always wondering how much gain we can get, how much little gain we can get, knowing that the gain switch is there for a very important reason. Of course, we can shape our pedals with, of course, the EQ section of our pedals, but it's really important to understand the significance of how much gain or how little gain you actually want to use. And I want to demonstrate this. I'm going to be going through my Rev D20, which I know and love, and I'm going to be showing you how it really affects the front of my Rev D20 and how the gain structure is the key to understanding what your pedals actually do. So here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go, here's my clean tone. Just a straight ahead clean tone using nothing. Just so no pedal is engaged at this point. Now I'm going to put on my Strymon Sunset on the germanium top setting. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to show you how much gain or how little gain we actually can do. Here we go. So here's with no gain at all. That's, once again, that's with. Here's without. Little more push. One more time. Okay, now I'm going to raise it to 3 o'clock and show you what it does now. Here we go. So here's off, here's on. Now I'm going to go all the way to 12 o'clock. Here we go. Nothing, off, on. A lot more sustain right at 12 o'clock, eh? Here we go. Now I'm going to go and crank it to another, all the way, actually 2/3 all the way up. Here we go. Off. Significant amount of gain there. See? So this pedal itself, already we can always see that it's so versatile with the fact that if we turn it completely off, it really just barely pushes the front of the amp. Here we go. Next setting. I'm going to go with the Texas setting. The Texas setting obviously is more of a like a TS9 style or 808. Here we go. Turn the gain completely off. That's off. There's nothing on at all. Here we go. Here it is with just at 0. Barely bringing something in there, but it's still pushing front. A little oomph. Here we go. Now I'm going to change it. 3 o'clock setting there. It acts a little more like a compressor at that point, to me, at least to my ear. Kind of squashes the tone a little bit, squashes the gain a little bit. Put it at 12 o'clock, and here we go. A lot of sustain there right at 12 o'clock. Pretty crazy. Here we go. Now, let me take it all the way up. Off. Now it's 2/3 up. Very, very TS9, 808 sounding. Okay, and what I do, everybody, just so you know, I never put my gain all the way up 100%. I never go and just dime the gain. I find it creates a lot of feedback, a lot of noise, and a lot of hissing, and I'm just not a fan of it. So I don't really go past, 2/3 of the way up on the gain. So anyway, that is that setting with the Texas. Now I'm going to go to the treble setting. The treble setting is, to my ear and to my knowledge, it sounds more like a booster pedal. It's kind of just like sort of a clean boost more than anything. Here we go. Crank it, put it down. Here's off. Here's on. Whoa, it has a lot of brightness. Hear that brightness? Now, turn it off. Now I'm up to 3 o'clock. Off, on. Has a lot of brightness. It's almost like a treble booster. There we go. Now we're gonna put it 12 o'clock. Off, on. Definitely very treble booster. In my opinion, it sounds just like a treble booster, to be honest. Very versatile. Now I'm going to, once again, put it up 2/3 of the way and demonstrate to you how off. Yeah, it definitely adds volume, but it also adds a little bit of a roundness, a little more mid-range sweep. Swoop. Here we go, off. One more time. Very organic sounding. Okay, now we're gonna go to the right side of the pedal. I'm gonna show you how the gain structure on this side works. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the 2-stage, which sounds more Marshall-esque, like a real like JCM 800 cranked, or and I'm gonna turn it completely up, completely down to 0. Here's with it off. Here's with it on. At 0. It has a lot of mids. Also adds a substantial amount of gain. Just want everybody to see that at that 2-stage. It adds so much gain with it being literally at 0. Crazy, right? Off, on, and look how much gain it adds. Okay, so everyone always gets worried about not having enough gain or enough distortion in their pedals, and this is exactly my case in point. I mean, we're literally on stage 2, gain stage 2 at the top, and then I literally have, you guys can see it, the drive is completely turned off. I'm still getting gain from it. Now I'm gonna put it at 3 o'clock. And I haven't touched the level, as you guys all know. Here's off, here's on. So kids at home, listen to that. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of overdrive, and it's at 3. So this pedal is so versatile. Here we go. I'm gonna put it at 12 o'clock and watch how much gain now we get. So here's off. Here's on. Here's off. Here's on. Here's on. Crazy amount of gain. I mean, should we even put it up to 2/3 of the way? I mean, it's already so gained up. Here we go. It's a lot of distortion, a lot of overdrive. So a couple more settings here. That's the 2-stage. Now we're gonna do on the hard stage here, the hard, which is the middle. We're gonna turn it off completely. Here's nothing. Here's it off. Just the amp tone, obviously. It's at 0. Listen to that gain. I mean, man, it's a lot of overdrive, and it's not even on. The gain isn't even on. So I just want to prove that point in this video to y'all. That it's so, you can do so much with one pedal. Here we go. Now I'm going to put it, of course, this is here zeroed out again. Here it is at 3 o'clock. Crazy amount of gain. Here we go. 12 o'clock. It almost sounds like a boogie. Almost sounds like a mess. It's crazy how much gain that is. And kids, it's only at 12 o'clock. Listen to that. It's only halfway up. Wow. Now I'm going to attempt to put it so high, 2/3 the way up. Now listen to this gain. I mean, do we need to go all the way up? We can. Here we go. This is to be funny. Here we go. I mean, that's a lot of gain, man. So I want to prove to you all today in this video that the gain knob, the drive knob, the distortion knob, whatever it is on your pedals is so paramount to how much or how little you need gain, I mean, or distortion in your rig, because everyone always worries about not having enough. And this is my case in point that if I literally turn it off, it brings distortion, it brings overdrive, it brings whatever tone you're looking for without literally even being on. So now I'm going to do the J-Fat setting. I'm going to turn it off. Here's it off. Here's it on. A little bit. Okay, once again, turn it off. 3 o'clock. I mean, that's a really nice kind of Fender-like. Sounds like an old Fender. I mean, blackface. 12 o'clock. Here we go. Off. On. Here's off. Here's on. As far as I want to go. Now, as far not cranked all the way up, but I'm going to go 2/3 of the way up and listen how much gain we get from that J-Fat. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Now, the last part of this video, we're going to talk about how they work with other overdrives. And I always kind of put the Strymon Sunset and the Sweet Tea kind of in the same category in terms of what they can do in terms of amount of gain or as little gain as you want. But they work really well together too. And the crazy part about it is even though they're so similar, they do really work well together. Here we go. So now I'm going to put of course, I'm going to lower the gain. What I do a lot of times when I layer distortions is I do put the drive down. It's about, 3 or 4. And then what I'll do is I'll incorporate, the gain from the Sweet Tea. Here we go. There's a lot of brightness. Here's it off. Here's it on. So they really work well together too. Okay, now I'm gonna lower, keep the gain even less, and I'm gonna go to their. By the way, that was a treble setting on the Strymon Sunset. Now I'll show you guys one more I think is really cool. The Texas setting, which is our Tube Screamer sound. And I'm going to crank in this first channel, or the red channel of the Sweet Tea. Very dark sounding. Turn that off. Turn it back on. And listen how well those blend together. Okay, a few more other settings that I really want to share with you all today. Here's one that I really dig. So we're going to turn on the B channel. We're going to do the J-Fat. We're going to do the J-Fat with the red channel of the Sweet Tea. Very umphy, very basic. much noise either. I don't think most people need more gain than that. That's a lot of overdrive. That's a lot of distortion. So anyway, first off, the Strymon Sunset, super versatile, does so much, works well with other pedals, plays well with other ones. And like I said, my combination for years has been the Sweet Tea and the Strymon Sunset, and I just get all the tones that I pretty much want, overdriven tones I get from these two. It's pretty fascinating. So want to say that. I also want to tell you too that the most important thing about this video and what I wanted to talk about is the fact that you can get so much or so little gain from a pedal. Everyone always worries about having never enough overdrive or distortion, and this is my point. This is the point of the video today, is to show you that you can get tunes amount of overdrive. You never have to worry about not having enough overdrive in your pedals. These two pedals really work well together, and you can of course dial it back and you still get something, and you can dial it 2/3 of the way up and still get a ton. So very versatile, but I want to say that the focus of this video is definitely keeping it concise with the drive and the overdrive, the drive features of these pedals, knowing how much you can actually get from them. Anyway, that's all I want to share with you today. And at the end of every video, I always say peace to y'all.